Synopsis of the books of the Bible. Major Prophets. Jeremiah. By JND Darby. Chapter 30. The day of Jacob's trouble, promised deliverance and sure judgment. Some details of the circumstances that accompany its exercise deserve our attention, as well as the character which God displays in it, and the extent of its effects. In Jeremiah 30, God commands Jeremiah to write in a book all the words of the judgment which he had heard, for God would restore the people. Now, this deliverance found Israel at the height of the distress. This is the first thing presented to the prophet. No day could be compared to this day of Jacob's trouble. It is the day spoken of in Matthew 24 and Mark 13. But in this extremity, God comes to the help of his people, who shall be delivered. And now, God having executed his judgment and acted according to his own counsels in grace, this deliverance shall, in consequence, be full and complete. Israel shall serve Jehovah their God and David their king. The ruin, verse 12, was complete, incurable, no remedy could heal it. It is God who had smitten his people for the multitude of their sins. Nevertheless, he was with them to save them, and consequently, all the nations who had availed themselves of God's anger to devour Israel should be themselves devoured. Zion should be rebuilt on her own foundation, joy and peace should be in her dwellings, the governors of the people should be of her children. Israel should be the people of Jehovah, and Jehovah should be their God. Finally, a principle which we have seen clearly explained is here announced, namely, that judgment should fall upon the wicked, that this judgment went forth to smite the people of God first because they were wicked and must bear the consequence. But wherever the wicked might be, this judgment should reach them. Wheresoever the carcass might be, there should the eagles be gathered together.